How's it going, guys? I'm back at it again in here for the video for you guys for today. And today I am in here for my WWE Hell in a Cell 2012 pay-per-view review and giving my thoughts and opinions how I felt about the pay-per-view overall. And I gotta say, it was an okay show overall, and I was kind of looking forward into watching the pay-per-view. And as the pay-per-view just recently ended, and as I'm doing this, as the pay-per-view is over and everything, overall, there's some good things about it, but then as the show went on, there were some things that I didn't really care too much about, but I ended up being a little bit bored sometimes throughout the entire pay-per-view, but not with the entire pay-per-view. I wasn't, that bored with it, just by some of the things that was going on in the pay-per-view that were kind of boring to me. So starting things off with what we did get to see for the first matchup of the night, we have Randy Orton taking on Alberto Del Rio. This was a great way to start things off here, and I really enjoyed this match, and Alberto Del Rio ended up losing this one with a sick RKO out of nowhere by Randy Orton, ending things off and winning that matchup between those two. So not really too sure where those two are going to be going as of right now after their singles match at Hell in a Cell, so that remains to be seen, but overall I really did enjoy that match. Next match, we had the WWE Tag Team Championships on the line. We had Team Hell Now, Daniel Bryan and Kane taking on Team Rhodes Scholars. I thought this was a great tag team match, and overall I did enjoy it. And with this one, I was hoping to have Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio be the final guys to actually be able to face Team Hell Now, but of course we had Team Rhodes Scholars almost getting the win here, and Daniel Bryan and Kane having themselves just get so frustrated with each other and actually attacking each other throughout the ending of the match here, costing them kind of the match, but we had a disqualification here, and Team Rhodes Scholars do not get the championships, but Daniel Bryan and Kane are still the WWE Tag Team Championships, so championship holders. And so with that being said, it looks like we might have this feud continue going into the Survivor Series, and I wouldn't be against that whatsoever. I thought the match was fine, and I was really surprised by it on how that turned about and everything. Wasn't expecting the disqualification though, but it was kind of random and everything, so there you have it there. Next match, we had the Intercontinental Championship on the line. We had Kofi Kingston defeating The Miz here with the Trouble in Paradise. I thought that was fine. Of course, The Miz just recently losing the Intercontinental Championship at WWE main event, and then having Kofi Kingston getting that championship win, so I didn't think Kofi Kingston was able to lose at Hell in a Cell, and that's exactly what happened there. So we might see this feud continue just a little bit, unless we'll have someone new go against Kofi and maybe have The Miz go on to maybe eventually go into the main event picture, maybe for SmackDown. I think that would be pretty cool and interesting for The Miz to do something there, but you never know, so we probably will get another match out of those two, which is fine to me. I thought that was a pretty good match overall. I'm not really going to complain about that, but I am happy that Kofi Kingston was able to retain the Intercontinental Championship. And one of the bonus matches that we did have, we had the United States Championship on the line, so making that every championship was able to be defended at Hell in a Cell, which wasn't bad, and I thought that was fine too. We had Antonio Cesaro defeating Justin Gabriel, and Justin Gabriel looking to pull an upset over Antonio Cesaro, but that wasn't the case, and Antonio Cesaro was able to get the win. I thought that was awesome, so I get to see him at the SmackDown tape that I'm going to as United States Champion. Maybe we'll get another rematch, or maybe Tyson Kidd will come back and maybe actually have his, title shot that he wants at Antonio Cesaro, so that was pretty cool there. So that match was pretty good to okay overall. Then we got another bonus match, which is really awesome, and I really did like this one here. We have Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara defeating the Primetime Players in a great match, and this is kind of building up into the main event taping that I am going to be going to for the SmackDown taping. So I will be able to see that 6-man tag team matchup, which will be fun to really just go over there and check out. So with this, this one wasn't bad. We almost had Sin Cara getting injured again, but I don't think he was able to get re-injured, which is great. I really didn't want that to happen, otherwise that would have been fucked up as all hell, having Sin Cara be re-injured, but I don't think that was the case though. I haven't really heard any other updates on Sin Cara, so I don't think he's going to be out indefinitely, and he should be able to be good to go when WWE invades over here in North Carolina, so that's really awesome. So Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara defeated the primetime players there, which is cool. Can't go wrong with that. And then we had the World Heavyweight Championship on the line, and this one was not contested in the Hell in a Cell, which is great. I didn't mind that whatsoever, and at times I was really bored with this match. I didn't really care for it all that much, and it ended up being okay to pretty good. And we had the Big Show of all people, which was really surprising on how that happened. I thought Sheamus was going to get the win. He almost got it. We saw the Bro Kick and the KO punch a couple of times, and we had a lot of reversals and counters. And eventually, overall, we had the KO from the Big Show, and he is a new World Heavyweight Champion. So with this, we could possibly see a rematch out of the Big Show and Sheamus at the SmackDown tapings, and maybe we'll have Dolph Ziggler cash in. I was hoping that would happen at the show that I'm going to anyway, but it probably won't happen. I'm just probably getting my hopes up and everything, since I would love to see that, but if it doesn't happen, then it is what it is, and I don't mind the Big Show becoming the World Heavyweight Champion. Maybe we'll get something somewhat kind of good out of this, so I will give it a chance there. So I give kind of congratulations to the Big Show on that one and defeating Sheamus. I didn't see that happening really all that much, and I didn't really want the Big Show to be able to defeat Sheamus, but you know, it is what it is there. Next match, we had the WWE Divas Championship matchup, and the Divas Championship matchup was a triple threat match, and there was another bonus match here. I was almost getting to the WWE Championship matchup, which was right after that, so I will get to that. But anyway, we had Eve retaining the Divas Championship against Caitlyn and Layla, so we might see this continue. But who knows, and it's whatever with that. So that one told a pretty good story. I wasn't too, wasn't really that much in the mind of that too much, so I thought that was fine, and I didn't mind that all that much. So yeah, Eve retaining there, and I'm fine with that. Alright, then we get into the main event. We got the Hell in a Cell match, the WWE Championship, Ryback and CM Punk, a match where everyone was talking about, and yes, CM Punk was able to get the defeat over Ryback there. That was fine, and it looks like Ryback is still going to be able to have his momentum, and people can still be into him. Now, this was really funny, and where it gets really weird, we had the referee, the controversial referee, once again having another kind of controversial finish here inside the Hell in a Cell, giving a low blow of all things, and who would have ever thought that we would see that out of a fucking referee. And that was funny as all hell and really random. So the referee helping CM Punk retain the WWE Championship, and CM Punk defeating Ryback. So of course I did have the prediction on CM Punk retaining the WWE Championship, and I was hoping that would happen, and that we'll be able to see CM Punk as WWE Champion still going into Survivor Series, and I pretty much got my prediction right there. But I was not expecting that low blow out of the referee, so that was really cool. And even though it's kind of random, but hey, the main event, could have been a little bit better, but it wasn't exactly the best main event, so it was okay to pretty good. And that about does it for Hell in a Cell overall, and that's where we end things off there. So not sure if we're gonna get maybe a triple threat match out of Ryback, John Cena, and CM Punk. That remains to be seen. I don't think that's gonna happen or not, but I do want to see John Cena and CM Punk go at the Survivor Series, and that'll be really fun to see. So yeah, so we got SmackDown taping that'll be going to this Tuesday. Gonna be getting WWE 13. That's gonna be really fun there, and it's just gonna be a really great week for me overall, it looks like. So I can't wait to get Monday Night Raw over with. Hell in a Cell is over and done with. What did you guys think about the pay-per-view overall? What you liked, what you didn't like, what you thought should have been done more differently, all those good kind of things like that. So be sure to follow me on Twitter at DavidRivera1989, and it was really fun tweeting with some of you guys as well as always. So I'll see you guys for Monday Night Raw on Twitter, and I will be tweeting during the show as well. And as far as for the SmackDown show, I am definitely going to be taking a lot of the pictures, and I probably won't post them on the video for Saturday, just in case. For those of you who haven't really seen SmackDown yet, I don't want to spoil anything, or I probably will save it for Friday or Saturday, something like that. So that will be definitely happening later on this week, and I will be talking about my experience and everything, so that's going to be really fun there. And yeah, that's what does it for me for my Hell in a Cell 2012 pay-per-view review. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace, guys. See ya.